Hello and welcome back to Goinson Technology. On today's podcast, we're going to do a quick tutorial and give tips on. We're continuing a studio build here, and we're going to talk about USB-C adapters versus hubs for our MacBook Pro, because all the latest models of MacBook Pros only have the USB-C connections on them. So we're going to discuss the difference of getting just the adapter, which is USB-C on one side, and USB 3.0 on the other. And this is just the adapter, which would plug in to one of the ports on the laptop. But the downside to this is because the USB 3.0 is so much wider, you can only fit one on each side, versus there's a few different styles of USB-C hubs. Like this one has the tail on it versus this one that mounts on the side of your laptop. And my preference is this one, because it's using both USB-Cs, but on the other side it gives you two USB-Cs as well as two USB 3.0s in addition to a SD slot and a micro SD. Plus it has the HDMI out, which is 4K. So it's great to have that 4K. Alright, I'm going to put them up on the screen and give you a view of it mounted on my laptop. Alright, you can find them on Amazon. I'll start with the basic one here. Put this up. Now this is just the adapter, which is fine because it goes from USB-C to USB 3.0. And if you're just doing data, it's okay. If you need a connection with the USB 3 for data only, that's fine. But like for me, I'm going to go back to a view here. Like for me, I want the other one. With my the studio setup between the Native Instrument machine MK3, which is an audio interface, as well as a drum machine and VST, with the Native Instrument complete keyboard. And then I have another keyboard down here, which has only power through USB. Because I have 4 different devices just right here that are connected via USB, and then the station on the opposite side of me has a USB controller as well. It's not advantageous to use direct connections to the laptop. So what I did was I ordered a couple of these USB hubs off of Amazon. And these are great because they're self-powered. So it's not drawing the power off of my laptop, which over time becomes a problem, and you don't want that. And what's so great about them is each port has its own power switch. So it makes it a lot easier to operate, and you're not drawing all that extra power off of your MacBook Pro. So I have 2 of these hooked up, and they're running off of this hub that I have on my laptop. I have one on each side, which I think we can see here. Alright, so here's one on the right side, and the other one's over here on the left. And the nice thing is, the 2 ports coming off here, I have power on the top, then I have an extended cable here, which is running over to one of those USB hubs. Other side, I have two extended cables, one going to the other port and one running to this adapter here. And I'll pull that up. Now these are all on Amazon. You see, they're not that expensive, and they're definitely worth it. This hub is running off one of those extension cables, and I'm only using it for HDMI video out, and that's it. It has the extra connectors on it, but I'm not using because I don't want to draw off of them. So I'm not using that power for that. It's just the HDMI out. Because I have, 5 monitors, and I can split each monitor up on my laptop for different views, especially with the Sling Studio, which is what I'm using for the video. So, with these adapters, it's a lot more advantageous because of the way I have it set up, that I can switch between views on different monitors. And if you see here, the way it's sitting, my laptop is mounted on this arm, which is attached to the desk. And the hub is sitting right above where the laptop is locked into the arm, so it won't move. So this way I don't have to worry about it getting loose, getting bumped or anything. It's a safer way to do your setup. So if you're just doing data and you might only need 1 or 2 connections, the adapter will be fine. But for a larger setup like this, it makes a lot more sense to go this route, with the hub connected to your laptop and then having a USB 3.0 hub as well for all your devices. Because I'm running from here and here. Oh, no wonder. Okay. So if all these were drawing voltage and power off of the laptop, over time that would become an issue. So this way I have 4 devices here, and an additional one on that side, not to mention the external hard drives that I have running too, because you always want to have an external hard drive that you're saving your data to, not on the laptop itself. As well as I use for my sounds the Native Instrument Ultimate Complete, and that's a lot of space. So it came on its own hard drive, and so that hard drive is connected to the hub externally, sitting in the back with its own power, so I don't have to worry about that, and it helps your workflow. So my recommendation is definitely to go with the hubs. And let me make sure I didn't forget anything. I think that was it. So we're going to continue on with this, and we're going to talk more about the Sling Studio, which is the video system we're using for this, because it allows me to do up to 4 active screenshots or views. And I also can run, it has an input, an HDMI input on the console itself, which allows me to run in, because right now I have my iPad Pro running in, which is giving me these views here. And so I can switch in and out easily between. You can even pull in video and other things pretty easily. So like and subscribe. Hope you got something out of this, and we're going to go into more details as we continue with the studio build, and we'll talk more about the setup for audio recording as well as video and podcasting. Alright, so until next time, see you later.